Hello everyone, my name is Isaac Segundo and welcome to this video on Vue.js and SharePoint. So this is the third video we've made so far, and in my previous videos what we have been talking about and what we've been trying to achieve is we're trying to filter our render to our page using the Vue.js framework, reading from our SharePoint list and rendering it to a page, which is what we've done here. And then so far we've created a link for our edit. When you click on that, it'll take you to the corresponding edit form with a proper ID. And then when you save it, it takes you back to our page. So what we need to do now is we need to filter based on the region. Also, as you can see, when I selected a value from the drop down, this appeared, and we talked about how to do that in our previous video. So let's go ahead and see how we can filter the region to filter this table. So let me go to my code. So here is our HTML. Here's our JavaScript. Our Vue instance. We talked about this in our last video, so you can go back to the previous two videos and kind of see how we put this together. So what we need to do now is we need to add a directive called v-on, and it's an event listener basically, and what we need to listen for is change equal to, let's call it cascade. So when there's a change and a selection made in our drop down, is going to call the cascade method. So we need to go to, let's save this file, and let's go to our JavaScript, our Vue instance, and let's add the cascade method. So right after here, comma, cascade function. I'm going to put an E in there because I want to have access to the event object. If you notice, I'm not passing the E here because I don't need to do that in Vue. Vue will automatically have it there for us to use as an option if we want to. So now that we have that, what we're going to do now is we're going to create our filter. So we're going to say this.pg, and pg is where our items were dumped from our list into this array, into this pg array. So this.pg, and we're going to say dot filter. And notice I'm not using the arrow function because it doesn't really play nice with IE unless you use a filter. I mean a polyfill. So we're going to do that. We're going to say return item.title equal to e.target.value. So basically what it's saying is if the value that was selected from our list, from our drop down, if it's equal to item.title that's in our array, then return it. And we're going to return it into a new array. And that's how the filter function works for array. So we need to basically return it into a new array. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add, let's say, new PG, and this is just my way of doing it. I'm sure when you all come to understand Vue, you may have a different way of doing it. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to say this dot new PG equal, so that way it'll be referencing here. So this dot new PG, so copy that, save this file. Now let me go to my HTML. Now as you remember, in the HTML portion, I am reading from this PG. But now that I have a new array with my filtered items, I need to read from that new array. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to say paste and save. So now it's reading through the filtered items that was filtered due to this drop down. So let's go back to our page and cross our fingers and make sure it works to see if it works. So do a hard refresh of the page. Okay, it's blank, but let's see if this works. Come here, Eastern. Okay, that's working. Western. Sweet, cool, that's working. Okay, yeah, that's working. Okay, so that's working. So this is the part that isn't working yet. And I think what I'm going to do, because I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it as it is, and I'm going to create a fourth video. But so as you can see, what we've done so far is now this is basically filtering. This drop down is filtering. In the next video, we're going to see how to go ahead and filter this box, and it'll filter this the site column. So just to do a quick recap of what we've done so far, come here, we added the v-on. So once we did that, we in our JavaScript file, we created our method down here, cascade, and we did a filter on our PG array and dumped it into a new array. So if there was a match from our array with what was selected from our drop down, we dumped it into a new array, and in that new array, this is what we're looping through that. So item and new PG, and that's how we're getting this. So I hope that makes sense. Stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to talk about how to filter in this search box. Thank you. Bye.